I give an example from the early 2000s, book Stupid White Men by the documentary maker Michael Moore. Um, Impossible to think of a book titled Stupid Black Men. Um, uh, uh, and quite rightly, there's a chapter, Blame Whitey, again. Impossible to think of the opposite. Michael Moore just says everything that's bad in human history, you can trace it back to white people. I mean, he's never heard of most of human history, clearly. He's as ignorant as he looks. But this had become part of the culture, this idea that you could sort of uniquely beat up on white people, for instance. You could start to say things about white people we rightly don't say about any other race. People were racist about other people in the past. There is some residual racism today. But the only group of people you can just constantly insult for their skin color are white people now in the West. Even people like us who know America. Like, is that possible? Can you do that? Really? Do policemen just have the right to go and kill people on the streets if they're black? Of course the answer is no. Absolutely not. Not least because the policeman who killed George Floyd was responsible for his death is serving a life sentence in prison. But as I say in the book, this was used as a way to claim that in America in the 21st century, black lives are so unimportant that black people can just be killed at any point. And that's just a total fabrication. And I give the actual statistics of what the realities are in this and what the realities of policing in America are in a heavily armed society. And we have been persuaded in Britain to fall for this. Not just that it's a truth of American life, which it isn't, but that it's a truth of British life. And that was, as you rightly say, Peter, the moment where the revolution could go mainstream and did. It's then that people like the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, decide that they have their moment to set up their Robespierrean committees on not the public virtue. What was it? The committee on the representation of history in the public realm. Some similarly easy to trip off the tongue committee. And he appoints a group of people who all clearly in different ways hate Britain to decide what our history should be. Include the man who in Westminster Abbey insulted and screamed abuse at the Queen and others, and then threatened to punch a black, as it happened, security guard escorting him out. The perfect figure for Sadiq Khan to appoint to a committee to decide what my history and your history and our nation's history is, or what it should be, who should be remembered and who should not. It's at that moment that people seized their opportunity to make the cultural revolution go mainstream.